Hey, welcome back, guys. I'm Jeremy from Haasl Tools, and I'm your YouTube Snap-on guy. And I've been getting a lot of comments lately. And as a matter of fact, going back to the last video, I had asked, where are you guys from? And holy cow, it is so cool to see that there's people from New Zealand, from Ireland, Australia, Alaska, all over the United States. That's pretty humbling to see that. That's awesome. I appreciate you guys commenting, letting me know that stuff. So one of the comments that I've been getting on Snapchat and on some of the videos, you're lucky you get to do this. What does it take to do this? How do you become a franchisee? I went to work. I was managing a car dealership, would buy tools from my local Snap-on guy. That was the only guy that was around. And I bought tools from him because I would fix stuff at home. I would buy insurance wrecks and take them home and fix them in my garage. And I need a torque wrench, so I go buy it and I make payments on it. Or I needed some Torx bits or what have you. A buddy of mine told me, he says, man, I'm looking to be in a Snap-on dealer. And I said, oh, what do you got to do? And he says, well, there's a route available. I'm going to talk to him. And that didn't quite pan out for him. And I asked him, I made sure it was cool with him. And I'm like, hey, man, you got a problem if I look into it? He says, no, go right ahead. I'm out. I'm out. I asked my dealer, I said, hey, Jim, what does it take to be a Snap-on dealer? And he says, oh, you'd be perfect for that. Now, I don't know if he was just pumping me full of sunshine or what. He says, I'll have somebody get a hold of you. And it was about 2 hours later, my cell phone rang. It was a guy named Chris from Snap-on. That's how it started. So Chris calls me, I'm at work at the time, and says, hey, I heard you're kind of interested to see what it's like to be a franchisee. At this point, I had no idea how this worked. Do you go to the local Snap-on depot and your truck is there and you get in and you go deliver tools all day? I had no idea. And Chris actually walked me through the whole process. They help out with financing and stuff. You get a list of calls, explain the whole thing. And we went over this for probably 2.5, 3 months. And towards the end of the process, it was time for me to go on what they called a dealer ride. So I made an appointment with a dealer out of Eau Claire. His name is Mark, and I still see him from time to time at the tool shows. Met Mark, I think at a McDonald's. I rode with him for the whole day. I showed up, he gave me a key to his truck so I could get in the side door, and we rode along. I was like, holy cow, that's the eye-opener. They had me go on a second dealer ride, and at the time you had to go on a minimum of 2 dealer rides, and I think now having me at least do 1 dealer ride. And from time to time I have guys that ride with me. Like we went through Chad's truck maybe a couple months ago. Chad actually rode with me for a day before he got into the thing. And I've had a number of guys ride with me so that they can see, the real world. What's it really like? Not just the paper stuff. So that was really cool to be able to extend that back, because this dealer did that for me. I went on my second ride with a gentleman named Doug. I actually ended up buying Doug's truck. In the beginning, when I run that little music segment, and there's an old looking International Snap-on truck, that was Doug's truck, and I bought that after I got out of my program van just so I'd have extra room. Ran that for a couple years until I ordered this truck and had this one built for me. I love being able to give back like that because that meant so much for me, for the dealers to bring me in. Here's a key to the truck so you can get in and out just like everybody else. And I could hang out in their truck while they're dealing with customers or going with them. Snap-on really, really takes a good hard look at you and make sure that you take a really, really good hard look at Snap-on. I believe it was sometime around February, maybe March of the year that I had asked, hey Jim, what's it take to be a Snap-on dealer? And I got that phone call, and it was the week, I believe, of like 4th of July week, or maybe it was the day after the 4th of July, I don't know, somewhere around 4th of July, or shortly after, is when I started on the road with my franchise. They send you down to Dallas, Texas, and it doesn't matter. When I was in Dallas, there were people from Canada. There was one guy from Australia. All the dealers, no matter where you're at, if they send them to Dallas for a week of training. And it's hardcore, 7 in the morning until 7 o'clock at night. And then they give you homework on top of that because they know time is money. At that point, you're not working. You don't have a job. You're not out selling tools. You have no income for that week. They know they need to cram as much in there as possible. I'm probably not the guy to ask all the questions. Well, how much does it cost to buy a franchise? I don't know. That's what them guys do. They let you know that right up front when you're doing this. That way there's no miscommunication, nothing like that. I'm not here to look into sell franchises, But if somebody is interested, is truly interested, you can go on the Snap-on website. There's a whole area where it says own a franchise or buy a franchise. You can click on that. Or if you want to give me your name and your phone number, you can private message me or email me. Send me that information over. I'll get the right people in touch with you. You can see if it's right for you. You know, it does cost some money down. You're gonna have to put a down payment on it. It's not a freebie. You're buying a license to sell Snap-on merchandise. I am not Snap-on. I don't manufacture these tools. I don't make them. I sell them. I warranty them for people. I take care of them. I service them under Haasl Tools, not under Snap-on. I'm an authorized franchisee. Some of the funniest things that, I don't know, maybe they're funny to me, but it's one of the questions, you know, anything that you regret. Yeah, I wish I would have done it sooner or been ready to do it sooner. Another question I got was, what do you guys do the other 39 hours and 45 minutes a week that we don't see you? That just takes us till like Wednesday. I like to be out there. You know, you guys see me doing videos at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. I'm uploading them at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night. And then you see me out here saying, hey, I'm here at 7:30 in the morning. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Jeremy, your YouTube Snap-on guy. It's about 7:30 in the morning. You don't have to do that. You don't have to put in 100 hours a week, but you get out of it what you put into it, like anything, you know, because you're not working for anybody. You're working for yourself. To me, that means a lot, you know, because I want to get a lot out of this. I want to take care of my guys. I want to be known as a decent tool dude or whatever. It's that drive that keeps me out there, that keeps me pushing and putting the miles on the truck and going out day after day after day, you know, trying to solve their tool storage problems or trying to solve fastener problems, stuff like that. For me, 39 hours and 45 minutes of the week, that takes us through Wednesday, maybe into Thursday, you know, and we still have Friday and the weekend to do all the cleanup. And you guys see me, you know, messing with cardboard or unpacking stuff, cleaning up the truck. I kind of give you guys a pretty good look at behind the scenes of all the oddball stuff. I think you get the idea of all the difference that we have going on besides just showing up at your shop. I kind of got a kick out of that question. What do you guys do the other 39 hours and 45 minutes a week that I don't see you? A lot. Sometimes I hear some of you guys, you know, they're like, man, I wish my dealer was, you know, just as cool as you, and they probably are. Sometimes, you know, maybe it just takes a little bit to know who the dealer is. These are the guys, the men and women that you work with in the shops day to day that took a chance and invested, you know, sometimes your whole life investment and stuck it into their business because they had a dream and they wanted to do something with it. You know, maybe you just got to give them that chance. So why did I want to be a Snap-on franchisee? Like I said, at first I had no idea what it involved. When I found out more after talking to Chris, getting this phone call from Chris, learning all about how this works, what drove me was I can finally have more tools than my buddies. One of my good buddies, Mark, will attest to that. I give him crap all the time. I'm like, yeah, I got way more tools than you do now. This gives me the opportunity to have tons and tons of tools, you know, from on the ceiling to all these drawers being full of different sets. The sad part is pretty much since I started doing this, I hardly use any of them. Ever. I just don't have time because I invest my time. It's more worth my time to go out and take care of my guys that I can get to than it is to save $20 by getting an oil change doing it myself. You know, drop the truck off, have the oil changed in the meanwhile while I'm out doing my thing, because I need to be out on the street at any time. The competition can come in and run over you. This is my life investment right here. This was my retirement fund. This was my boat that I had to sell to get money. This is, you know, I put everything I had into starting this business, so that's important to me. I hope this guy gives you guys a good look at kind of my background, where I come from, as we go on this journey of this YouTube journey, which is just awesome. I cannot believe the amount of subscribers coming. The last video, all them comments, that is so awesome. I just, it's amazing to see the support out there. You guys are awesome, and to be global the way that it is so cool. And you know, I'm just some little dude in the center of Wisconsin going out trying to make a living and survive and be able to afford a hamburger at the end of the day. You know what I mean? No different than you you're going to work, or you're owning your own shop and you're busting your butt just so you can eat some food at the end of the day and maybe have a good weekend once in a while. So I really appreciate every view, every like, every comment. That's, right from my heart here. On that note, have a good, safe weekend.